morning. So if you're tuning in this morning, just pop your name and a hello or an emoji or something in the comments below, please. So just let me know that you're there. Pop a hello, a thumbs up, something in the comments. Hello, Emmett. So I hope you enjoyed Tuesday night's hour-long practice. I really have been missing the hour-longs. The 30 minutes sometimes just don't do it for me. Hi, Chelsea. How are you? I'm really looking forward to this morning's practice because my lower back is in absolute agony and my hips, so yeah, this should be nice to get the body nice and open and awake. Hi Catherine, up bright and early this morning. No washing machine on this morning, Catherine. Oh God, we live and learn, don't we? Hi Jackie. Great, 12 people. That's really good. So I hope you have your mats ready, any blankets or pillows or any props that you might need. And we'll get started in just a minute. Make sure as well that your phone is on silent so that nobody disturbs your practice. I've actually stopped putting mine on the Wi-Fi because the Wi-Fi can be a little bit funny with everybody online, so I'm just using my data, so that means that it won't be broken, the connection. Hi Emer, how are you? Okay, we'll get started. So good morning. I hope you're all ready for your practice. What we're going to focus on this morning is hips, hamstrings and lower back with a flow. So when we've been asleep for 7 or 8 hours, the body can be quite tight and still a little bit asleep. So this hips, hamstrings and lower back will help to really open up the body, and the flow will help to energize you for the rest of the day as well. Okay, so we're going to start from a lying position, so come all the way down onto your back, coming into corpse pose or shavasana, and widen your feet out as wide as the mat, widen your arms out, palms facing up. And now if it's too uncomfortable to lie flat, put the 2 feet on the mat and allow your knees to fall in together. So just taking a few moments to arrive at the practice. Connecting in with your breath. And just allow the body to fully relax back into the mat. Notice the breath as it enters and leaves the body. And with your eyelids closed, disconnecting from the external environment. And bringing all of your focus and your awareness inward. So a morning practice is really beneficial because it sets you on the right path for the day. It sets your awareness on yourself, your breath, your body and your mind. So no separation. And then we'll start to slowly deepen our breath. Start to bring some slight movement into your fingers and your toes. And gently rotate your wrists and your ankles. Lengthen out your legs. Reaching your arms back. Inhale, take a great big stretch. Stretch your fingers and your toes. And then exhale, draw your knees up towards your chest. Rolling over to one side. And then press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Bringing your hands together in front of your heart and bow your head to your hands. And we'll set an intention for our practice together. So our intention is to go with the flow this morning. And if there's any other intention you'd like to set for yourself or for someone else, you can do so now. Take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, gently open up the eyelids. Okay, so we're going to start in tabletop position. So come forward. Make sure that your fingers are really spread. Shoulders are over wrists, knees are underneath the hips, and the tops of the feet are really pressing into the mat. So we're going to start with some gentle cat-cows to warm up the back and warm up the spine. Inhale, drop your belly, look forward. Exhale, round your spine, chin to chest. Inhale, drop your belly, look forward. Exhale, round your back, chin to chest. Keep moving like that. Inhale, drop your belly, look forward. Exhale, round your back, chin to chest. Last time, inhale, drop your belly, look forward. Exhale, round your back, chin to chest. Come back to neutral. Open out your knees really wide. Look between your legs to make sure your big toes are together. And then walking your hands out in front, bringing your forehead to the mat. Now if the forehead doesn't come to meet the mat, make two fists and rest your forehead on fist. So we're gently opening up the lower back, the hips. Try to push your bum back towards your heels as much as you can and press the crown of the head forward to keep the spine nice and long. Deep breaths in and out through the nose. Being aware of the whole entire body, noticing how it feels and breathing into any tightness or tension. And then inhale, come back up. So coming back up to your tabletop position. Again, spreading your fingers, knees underneath the hips, and the tops of feet pressing into the mat. Inhale, kick your left leg back. Really push through your heel, toes pointing down. And exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, kick it back, look forward. Exhale, knee to nose. Do 3 more. Inhale, kick it back, look forward. Exhale, knee to nose. Last time, inhale, kick it back, look forward. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, reach it out, and exhale, release. So coming back to that strong tabletop position once again. Inhale, kick your right leg back. Really push through the heel, toes pointing down. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, kick it back, look forward. Exhale, knee to nose. 3 more. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, knee to nose. Last time, inhale, kick it back. Exhale, knee to nose, and release. Coming into downward facing dog. Now, if downward facing dog is ever too much, just stay in this position here. If not, make your way up, curl your toes under, lift all the way up. Now start to bend and straighten your legs. Really spread your fingers. Now find some movement into the hips by moving side to side. Breathe. Really pressing your chest back towards the tops of the thighs. Looking in towards your shins, pressing one heel down and then the other. So you can feel the backs of the legs open, your shoulders switch on, sliding your shoulder blades onto the back. Take one more deep breath in and exhale, lower to the knees. Lower your chest and your chin to the floor. Come all the way down. Flatten down the body, reaching your legs back. Sliding your hands underneath your shoulders, squeeze your elbows in towards your rib cage. Inhale, just lift the head, baby cobra. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press up a little bit higher. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press up as high as you can. Open your chest, hips down, look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press back up, tabletop, downward facing dog. Now this time hold your downward facing dog for 5 deep breaths. Lift your hips up high to the ceiling, press your heels down towards the floor, press your chest back towards the tops of the thighs. Deep breaths. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, walk your hands back to meet your feet and stay in a forward fold. Leaning out over your legs, looking towards your shins. Relax the head and the neck. Breathe. And then bend your knees, inhale, start to slowly roll up. One vertebrae at a time. Rolling all the way up to standing. Stacking your head over your heart, heart over your pelvis. Okay, so we're going to stand at the back of our mats. Feet hip distance apart, toes pointing forward. The outer part of your ankle is in line with your baby toe and 2 fists is hip distance apart. Lifting up tall into your mountain pose, rolling your shoulders up, back and away from your ears and sliding your shoulder blades down the back. Now reach your fingertips down towards the floor, palms facing inward. Lifting those kneecaps up, keeping your tailbone tucked under, chin parallel with the floor. 3 deep breaths. Inhale, bringing your hands to your heart center. Exhale. Inhale, take a step forward with your right leg. Separate your feet so that your feet are on your own lines and your toes are pointing towards the front of the mat. Now be careful not to lock out your knees. Have a slight bend in the knees, but don't have them too bent, just a softness in the knees. Bringing your hands onto your hips and turn your hips forward. Now take a wider stance if the hips are very tight and so that you have more balance. Place your hands onto your hips, inhale, lift your chest, look up, and then exhale, hinge forward. Spine nice and long, really press the crown of the head forward and hold on to your hips. So use your right hand to push that right hip back so that your hips are level. Square off your shoulders so that you're not tilted, so that your shoulders are in line with your hips. Now breathe. Toes pointing forward, pressing strongly to the feet. Keep lifting those kneecaps up. Engaging your core to support your lower back. Breathe deep. So you can either stay here with your hands onto your hips, you can place your hands onto your right knee, or maybe your fingertips come to the floor. If your fingertips come to the floor, you can fold out over the legs, otherwise keep your back flat. Breathe. Now really draw that belly button back and up. Leaning out over your legs. Looking towards your shins. Keep exhaling, keep folding onto your leg if your hands are to the floor. If not, keep your back straight. Really engaging that core to support your lower back. And then place your hands back onto your hips. Inhale, come up with a flat back. Look up. And exhale, step your left leg forward. So moving closer towards the front of the mat. Now again, separate your feet. The further away your legs are, the more challenging it is. But you don't want to have your legs too far together or too close together so that you don't feel the stretch. So gauge it yourself, hands onto your hips, turn your hips forward, toes pointing forward. Now press firmly through the feet, softness in the knees, inhale, look up, and exhale, hinge out over your legs. So hands onto your hips to make sure that your hips are level. You want to pull that left hip crease back. Reach the crown of the head forward. So stay here with the flat back first to level off the shoulders and the hips. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Engage your core. Draw your belly button back and up and breathe. Push the crown of the head forward, tailbone back. Don't lock out the knees. Breathe. Deep breaths. Drawing your belly button back to support your lower back. Now, option here to place your hands onto your shins, keep the back flat, or maybe your fingertips come to the floor and you can fold out over your legs. Again, don't lock out the knees, but press firmly through the feet. Deep breaths. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to fold. Only fold if your fingertips are onto the mat, otherwise keep your back flat. Awareness through the legs. Keep pulling that left hip crease back. Keep pressing down firmly through that back foot. Draw your belly button back and up. And then place your hands back onto your hips. Inhale, come up with a flat back, look up. And exhale, step your right leg forward. Shake out the legs. So the backs of your legs should feel nice and awake now. So coming forward, front of your mat, placing both feet together, pressing down to the four corners of the feet. So 2 at the back, 2 at the front. Pressing your feet firmly down into the mat and then rise up tall. Lifting up through the front of the body and relaxing down through the back. Palms down by the side, facing inward, reaching your fingertips down towards the floor. So avoid sticking the chest out or being rigid. Find some length. Anywhere that you're tensing or tightening, relax and release. 3 deep breaths in your mountain pose. Inhale, bringing your hands to your heart center. Exhale. Inhale, reaching your hands up. Look up towards your thumbs. Exhale, hinge from your hips, forward fold. Come all the way down, look towards your shins. Inhale, hands on your shins, flat back, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, big step back with your right leg. So lower your leg all the way down, coming down onto the knee. Now keep your toes tucked under. Keep your left knee over your left ankle. Bringing your left thumb into your left hip crease and bring that hip crease back. High onto your fingertips, opening your chest and looking forward. Breathe, squeezing those inner thighs together. Inhale and exhale through the nose. Letting your hips sink down and forward. Keep drawing that left hip crease back, right hip crease forward. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Take one more deep breath in and exhale, release. Plant your palms, big step back with your left leg. Again, bend and straighten your legs, pushing one heel down and then the other. Move your hips side to side. And then press your left foot into the mat. Inhale, right leg up. Square off the hips, squeeze those inner thighs together. Now remember, you can do this from the knees as well. Bend your right leg. Send your right heel over to the left, looking underneath your right armpit. Pointing that right knee up towards the ceiling. Breathe. Looking underneath your right armpit. Take one more deep breath in and exhale. Release it back to center and release your foot down onto the floor. Drop your knees, chest and chin to the floor. Lower yourself all the way down. Flatten down the body. Reaching your legs back. Sliding your hands underneath your shoulders. Squeeze your elbows into the rib cage. This time, inhale, come up, no hands, cobra. Look forward. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, fold. Again, inhale, come up, no hands, cobra. Look forward. Exhale, fold. Last time, inhale, lift up, look forward, and exhale, fold. Curl your toes under, press back, downward facing dog, and hold your downward facing dog for 5 deep breaths. Spread your fingers, looking in towards your belly button. Bend your knees, lift your hips up, press your chest back, slide your shoulder blades onto the back. Deep breaths in and out through your nose. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, step it all the way through to the front. Lower your back knee, keep your toes curled under. Bring your right thumb into your right hip crease and draw your right hip crease back. High onto your fingertips, look forward, open your chest out towards your shoulders. Breathe. Let your hips drop down and forward. Squeezing those inner thighs together. You want to bring this left hip crease forward, right hip crease drawn back. Deep breaths in and out through the nose. Letting your hips drop down and forward, keeping your chest lifted. And exhale, release. Inhale, lift your back knee. Exhale, step left foot forward. Feet together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, rise all the way up. Hands up, look up. And exhale, hands down through center. And relax your hands down by your side. Catch your breath. Okay, so we'll move on to the left side. Again, keeping your feet together, really together. Pressing down firmly into your foundation and rise up tall. Rolling your shoulders up to your ears and squeezing your shoulder blades down the back. Reach, extend your fingertips down towards the floor. Sliding your shoulder blades down the back. Tailbone tucked under, lower rib cage down. Inhale, bringing your hands to your heart center. Exhale. Inhale, reaching your hands up, look up towards your thumbs. Exhale, hinge from your hips, forward fold, come all the way down, look towards your shins. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, look forward. Exhale, fold, bend your knees, big step back with your left leg. Lower your left knee, top of your left foot. Keep your toes tucked under. Right knee over your right ankle. Inhale, come up. Again, right knee over right ankle. Bring that right hip crease back, left hip crease forward. Hold it here. Letting your hips drop down and forward. And now flatten out your back foot. Inhale, come up. So you want to interlace just above your right knee. Let your hips drop down and forward. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Breathe, let your hips drop down and forward. And then bringing your hands down by your side, point your fingertips down towards the floor. Push your chest up towards the ceiling. Let your head drop back. So just come back as much as is comfortable, pointing your fingertips down towards the floor. My arms are kind of short, so they won't reach. Maybe your fingertips reach, but squeeze those inner thighs together for balance. Hold for 3, 2, 1, and exhale, slowly release. Plant your palms, big step back into your downward facing dog. Bend and straighten that leg. So you should feel an opening in the left hip, the left groin. Pressing your right foot into the mat, inhale, left leg up. Really lift that heel up towards the ceiling, and then bend your left leg, send your left heel over to the right and look underneath your left armpit. Really press firmly through both hands, looking underneath your left armpit. Breathe. Letting that heel drop over to the right. Take one more deep breath in and exhale, straighten out your left leg, release your left foot to the mat. Exhale, drop knees, chest and chin to the floor, come all the way down. Flatten down the body, reaching your legs back. So you want your lower body really flat to the mat, pressing your hips down into the mat as well. Sliding your elbows forward, coming into Sphinx pose. This is a really good way to strengthen your lower back without any pressure or compression. Press your elbows into the mat, make sure they're underneath your shoulders. Press your hands and your forearms. So press down and pull back. This should open and expand your chest, slide your shoulder blades down the back. Now really press your hips down into the mat and lift through your abdomen. So you're pressing your chest forward. Chin parallel with the floor, breathe. Lift your head and your neck up out of your shoulders so you're not like this. Keep your lower body really connected with the mat. Hold for 2 more deep breaths. Last one. And exhale, slowly release. Slide your hands back underneath your shoulders. Squeeze your elbows into your rib cage. Press back, downward facing dog, and hold for 5 deep breaths. Make sure that your hands are shoulder distance apart, feet are hip distance apart. So there's a line from your left hand to your left foot and right hand to right foot. Really spread those fingers, looking in towards your belly button. Lift those hips up really high and press your heels down. 2 more deep breaths. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, step it all the way through to the front. Grab it and bring it forward if it doesn't come all the way. Lower your back knee. Keep your toes tucked under. So you want your left knee over your left ankle, letting your hips drop down and forward. Now use your left thumb to bring that left hip crease back. Squeezing your inner thighs together. Chest proud and open. Chin parallel with the floor. Breathe. And just notice where you're feeling the stretch. Maybe you feel it here in the back of the left thigh. Maybe you feel it in the front of the right hip. Again, just let your hips drop down. Keep your chest open. And then inhale, come up just above your left knee. Let your hips drop down and forward. Flatten out your back foot. Squeezing those inner thighs together. Breathe into any tightness or tension. Keep that lower rib cage down, core is engaged. And then release your hands down by the side. As you press your fingertips down towards the floor, lift your chest up. Let your head and neck go back. Squeezing those inner thighs together. Big stretch in the front of the right leg. Hold for 2, 1, and exhale, slowly release. Plant your palms. Inhale, lift your back knee. Exhale, step right leg forward. Feet together. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, rise all the way up. Hands up, look up. And exhale, hands down through center. And relax your hands down by your side. Just take a moment to catch your breath. Notice how the body feels. Okay, so separate your feet so that they're underneath your hips. And if you have a wall or a chair beside you, make sure and use it. Even if you don't use it, you know that it's there if you need to hold on to it for balance. So feet underneath the hips, outer part of your ankle is in line with your baby toe, and you're rising up tall. Rolling your shoulders up to your ears and squeezing your shoulder blades down the back. Shift the weight into the left leg. Hands on your hips, or one hand on your hip and one hand on the wall. Engage your lower abdomen and inhale, start to bring your right knee up. Try and bring it up in line with your hip and your foot is flexed. Squeezing those inner thighs together. If you can, interlace both hands around the front of the right knee and squeeze it in. Keep your tailbone tucked under. Foot really flexed. This will help keep you centered and controlled. If you need to keep one hand on a wall or a chair, you can do that as well. Breathe. And then keep your right hand on your right knee and open that right knee out to the side. Now, focus. Find a non-moving focal point out in front. Breathe, left hand on the hip or on a chair or wall. Keep the foot flexed. And then bring it back to center. Bring that knee over to the left, so holding on with your left hand, and your right hand can be on a wall or on the hip. then bring it back to center. Squeeze it up and in again. Point your toe and then send your heel towards your bum. If you can, grab it with your right hand and bring your heel in towards your bum. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Take one more deep breath in and exhale, slowly release. Shake out the legs. Okay, so now we're going to do the same on the right side, or the left side. Press down firmly into your right foot. Shift the weight over slightly. Hands onto the hips, engage your core, and inhale, start to bring your left knee up. Flex that foot. Hold, breathe, draw your leg back into its socket. And then if you can, interlace both hands around the front of the knee and draw the knee in towards the chest. Keep your tailbone tucked under. Foot is flexed. Squeeze it in, breathe. And then holding on to your left knee with your left hand, bring the left knee out to the left. Now keep those hips pointing forward. See if you can open that left knee more out to the left while keeping the hips pointing forward. Breathe. Focus on a non-moving focal point. Tailbone tucked under, core is engaged. And then bring it back to center. Bring your knee into your right hand. Bring your left hand onto the hip. And draw your left knee over to the right. And then inhale, bring it back to center, squeezing up and in. Point your left toes and bring it behind. If you can, grab it with your left hand. Draw your knees together. Try and bring your heel in towards your bum. Don't force it. Respect where the body's at today. Hold, breathe. Take one more deep breath in and exhale, slowly release. Shake out the legs. Okay, so we're already halfway through the practice. Well done. So keeping your feet hip distance apart, pressing down firmly, come back into your mountain pose, rolling your shoulders up to your ears and squeezing your shoulder blades down the back. Press the crown of the head up, feel the back of your neck lengthen, but keep the chin parallel with the floor. So we're going to move deeper into the hips now. Inhale, bringing your hands to your heart center. Exhale. Inhale, reaching your hands up, look up towards your thumbs. Exhale, hinging your hips forward, fold, come all the way down, look towards your shins. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, big step back with your right leg. Lower your right knee, top of your right foot. Left knee over left ankle. Inhale, come back to that low lunge. Opening your chest, keep that left hip crease back. Exhale, pull your hip creases back, straighten out your left leg. Fold over your left shin. Inhale, roll onto your left foot and look forward, nice and slowly. Allow the body time to open. Exhale, pull that left hip crease back, fold over your left leg. Continue with that movement now, really nice and slowly. Completing the movement, inhale and looking forward. Exhale, pull your hip creases back, look towards your left shin. Inhale, roll onto your left foot and look forward. Exhale, peel your hip creases back, look towards your left shin. Keep moving. Inhale, roll forward, look up. Exhale, peel your hip creases back, look towards your shin. Do one more. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, peel your hip creases back. Now stay with the legs straight. You're on your left heel, toes are flexed. This left hip crease is pulling back. Hands either side of the shin are a little bit more challenging. Walk your hands forward of your foot. Inhale, look past your toes. Exhale, fold towards your shin. Inhale, look past your toes. Exhale, fold towards your shin. Last time, inhale, look past your toes. Exhale, fold towards your shin and hold. Then squeeze those inner thighs together, fold out over your leg. Press the crown of the head forward. As you exhale, lower a little bit more. Don't force it. Keep squeezing those inner thighs together. You're pulling that left hip crease back. Take one more deep breath in And roll onto your left foot, look up. And exhale, release. Plant your palms, step back into your downward facing dog. Bend and straighten your legs. Feel the difference in the right and the left. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, bring it in. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, right leg up. And exhale, release. Release your knees, chest and chin to the floor, come all the way down. Flatten down the body. Slide your hands forward once again, so that you're in your Sphinx pose, so your elbows are underneath your shoulders. Bring your left forearm in front, so it's parallel with your chest and the front edge of the mat. Bend up your right leg and reach back for your right heel. Exhale, squeeze your right heel towards your bum. Now if you can't reach your foot, just make the action. So you're slowly progressing deeper into the pose. If you can, hold on to your foot and bring your heel towards your bum. Now keep that left hip pressing down, looking forward. Breathe, roll that right shoulder back onto the back. Hold for another 2 deep breaths. Keep your chest proud and open. Last time. And exhale, slowly release. Just come down, hands onto your one on top of the other. Rest your forehead, wiggle the hips. And then inhale, come back up again. So you're bringing your right forearm in front of your chest. Use your left arm to prop yourself up. And then bend up your right leg. Big half circle with your arm and bring your left hand back for your foot. Again, if you can't reach it, just make the action. If you can reach the foot, bring the heel in towards the bum. Now look forward. Push that left hip down into the mat so you're not totally lifting it up off the mat. Squeeze your heel towards your bum. Draw your shoulder into its socket and onto the back. Breathe. Keeping your chest open, your shoulder blades down the back. 2 more deep breaths. 1 more deep breath in. And exhale, slowly release. Bring one hand on top of the other. Shake up the hips. Sliding your hands underneath your shoulders. Squeeze your elbows into the ribcage. Inhale, press up, cobra. Exhale, press back. Downward facing dog and hold. Hold strong. Fingers wide. Head in between the arms and pressing your chest back towards the tops of the thighs. Lifting your hips up. Bend your knees slightly and press your heels down towards the floor. Feet hip distance apart, hands shoulder distance apart. Inhale, lift your left leg, your right leg up. Exhale, step it all the way through to the front. Now if it doesn't come all the way, grab the foot and bring it forward. Lower your back foot. Come into your starting position, low lunge. Fingertips to the mat. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, peel your hip creases back, look towards your right shin. Inhale, roll onto your right foot and look forward. Exhale, peel your hip creases back, look towards your right shin. Inhale, roll forward, look up. Now take it nice and slowly. Exhale, peel your hip creases back, look towards your right shin. Do a couple more, nice and slowly in your own time, allowing the body to open. So we're getting deep into the belly of the muscle, the fascia, the inner skin. It can be uncomfortable at first, but if you breathe deep, it will really help to support the stretch. Do 1 more. Inhale, look forward, and exhale, straighten out that right leg. So you're on your right heel, your toes are flexed. You can either have your hands here at the shin, or a little bit more challenging, walking your fingertips forward of the foot. Inhale up past your toes. Exhale, fold on top of your shin. Inhale up past your toes. Exhale, fold. Inhale up past your toes. Exhale, fold. Last time, inhale up past your toes. Exhale, stay in your fold. So drop your forehead down towards your shin. Draw your inner thighs together. Draw your right hip crease back and fold out over your right leg. Now really press firmly into that right heel. Your toes are flexed. Press the crown of the head towards your foot and lower your body down towards your leg. Breathe. Breathe into any tightness or tension. Inhale, look forward. Roll onto your right foot, look up. And exhale, release. Inhale, lift your back knee. Exhale, step left foot forward. Hands on your shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, rise all the way up. Hands up, look up. And exhale, hands down through center. And relax your hands down by your side. Catch your breath. Notice how the body feels. So we'll do one more full round and then we'll come down onto the mats after we've done this left side. So feet hip distance apart once again. Press down firmly into your feet and rise up tall. Rolling your shoulders up to your ears and sliding your shoulder blades down the back. Open your chest, keep that lower rib cage down, hands by the side, really reach, extend your fingertips down towards the floor. Inhale, bringing your hands to your heart center. Exhale. Inhale, reaching your hands up, look up towards your thumbs. Exhale, hinge from your hips, forward fold, come all the way down, look towards your shins. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, big step back with your left leg. Lower your left knee, top of your left foot, right knee over right ankle. Now heel toe that right foot out to the edge. Turn your toes off the mat, but keep your heel on the mat. So you're turning your toes off at 2 o'clock. Bring in your wrists underneath your shoulders. Open your chest and just let your hips drop down and forward. Now you don't want to leave that knee knock in. Keep your knee out towards your big toe and your next big toe. Deep breaths. Keep opening that knee out to the right and you can stay here. Or maybe you come down onto one elbow. Maybe your other elbow comes down, or maybe you're on a hand and an elbow. Wherever you are, turn your chest and shoulders towards the floor. Lower your head. Breathe. Keep that knee pressing outward towards your big toe and your next big toe. Let your body sink down towards the mat. Keep your core engaged to protect your lower back. And then roll onto the outside of your right foot. Bring your hand to the inside of your right knee and gently press your right knee away. Now press the crown of the head forward, tailbone back, look up towards the ceiling. Spiral your chest open towards the right. Keep that right foot really flexed. Your left leg is engaged as well. Breathe. Foot flexed. Gently pressing that right knee away. Take one more deep breath in and exhale, slowly walk it back in. Inhale, lift your back knee and exhale, step back into your downward facing dog. Bend and straighten your legs. Looking in towards your shins. And inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, release, knees, chest and chin to the floor. Lower yourself Flatten down the body, reaching your legs back. Bend up both legs, reach back for your feet. Now again, if you can't reach your feet, just make the action. If you can reach your feet, lift your knees, lift your chest for bow pose. Look forward, maybe you take a little rock over and back on the hips and the belly. Lift your knees up a little bit higher, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Smile, lift your knees up, keep your core engaged, hold for 3, squeeze your shoulder blades together, 2, 1, and exhale, release slowly, bringing your hands underneath your forehead and just wiggle the hips. Lengthen your legs back once again, slide your shoulder blade, your hands underneath your shoulders, squeeze your elbows into the rib cage. Inhale, press up. Exhale, fold. Curl your toes under. Last downward facing dog. Press back and hold. 5 deep breaths. Look at your hands. Make sure they're shoulder distance apart. Head in between the arms. Bend your knees and really press your heels down towards the floor. Keep your hips up high. Chest back. Fingers spread. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, step it all the way through to the front. Lower your back knee, top of your back foot. And then walk that left foot out to the edge. So you want to keep your heel on the mat, turn your toes off the mat. Keep that knee tracking your big toe and your next big toe. Stay on your hands, just drop your hips down and forward, lift your chest. Now that knee will want to fall in, so push your knee out towards your big toe and your next big toe. And the more you turn your toes out at an angle, the easier it is to get into the hip. Breathe, look forward. And you can stay on the hands, or maybe you come down onto one elbow. Maybe the other elbow comes down, but try and direct your chest down towards the floor. Breathe, press the crown of the head forward. Relax down into it. Keep that knee engaged out towards the big toe and the next big toe. Lower yourself down towards the mat, looking in the direction you want to go, and notice that one side is a little bit easier than the other. And then from wherever you are, roll onto the outside of your left foot, toes flex, press your left knee away, turn your chest up towards the ceiling. Now really getting into the outer hip, gently pressing your left knee away, squeezing your inner thighs together to keep yourself level and a core engaged to protect your lower back. Chin lifted off your chest so you're not collapsing into it. Roll that left shoulder back. Toes flexed on the outside of your left foot so you can see your left sole. 2 more deep breaths. If you can, press that left knee away a little bit more. Listen to your body, don't overstretch. Meet your appropriate edge. Take 1 more deep breath in and exhale, slowly release. Walking that left foot back in. Inhale, lift your back knee and exhale, step right foot forward. Feet hip distance apart. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, rise up. Hands up, look up. And exhale, hands down through center. And relax your hands down by your side. Catch your breath. Okay, so we'll do 1 more flow and then we'll come down onto the mat. So really press your feet again into the mat. We're going to stay with standing. So roll your shoulders up to your ears and squeeze your shoulder blades down the back. Reach, extend your fingertips down towards the floor. Inhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Exhale. Inhale, big step back with your right leg. So step your feet wide, heels are in line and your left toes are straight. Now we're keeping the legs straight, squeezing your inner thighs together, open your chest out towards the long edge of the mat, reaching your arms out, roll your shoulders back down away from the ears. Look out over your left middle finger, take a deep breath in, and then exhale, reach forward. So bump your hips to the right, reach forward to the left. Reach as far as you can, and then when you can't reach anymore, exhale, start to fold. Your fingertips might come to your shin or the floor, wherever they come to. Open your chest out to the right. Reach your right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Now squeeze those inner thighs together. You're trying to turn the inside of your right thigh up towards the ceiling. Don't lock out the knees, keep a slight bend or softness in the knees. Press the crown of the head forward, leaning up against that imaginary wall. Pressing firmly through the feet, firming the legs. Engage your core, engage the legs. Inhale, come up with straight legs and straight arms, and exhale, lean back for a reverse triangle. Really press firmly through the legs and the feet. Slide your right hand down your right leg. Core engaged. Take one more deep breath in and exhale. Cartwheel your hands forward. Bend your front knee. Inhale in. Exhale, step right leg forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, rise all the way up. Hands up, look up. And exhale, hands down through center. Relax your hands down by your side. Catch your breath. Okay, last side. Pressing firmly to your feet. Inhale, rise all the way up. Roll your shoulders up to your ears and squeezing your shoulder blades down the back. Reach, extend your fingertips down towards the floor. Tailbone tucked under, kneecaps drawing up. Inhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Exhale. Inhale, big step back with your left leg. So again, align your feet, and you don't want your legs in too close that you don't feel the stretch, and you don't want them too wide apart that you feel that you don't have control. Find that space in between where you're feeling yourself being challenged. Right toes forward, left toes slightly turned up, reaching your arms out. Now keep the legs straight, wrists in line with the shoulders, rolling your shoulders back and down. Take a deep breath in, and exhale, reach forward. So bump your hips to the left, reach your arm out all the way, and then when you can't reach anymore, either place your hand onto your shin or fingertips to the mat. Now open yourself up out to the left. Reach those left fingertips up towards the ceiling. Turn the inside of your left thigh up towards the ceiling as well. Don't lock out the knees. Press firmly through the feet and breathe. Keep your chest open. Squeezing your shoulder blades together, engaging your core. And then press through your legs and your feet. Inhale, come up, reverse triangle. So reach your left hand down your left leg, reach your right bicep by your ear, and reach your fingertips to the back of your mat. Keep your core engaged, tailbone tucked under, sliding your left hand down your left leg. Engage your legs, engage your core. Take one more deep breath in, and exhale to cartwheel your hands forward. Come into a low lunge. And step your right leg back. Plank, shoulders over wrists, hold for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, drop to your knees, open them out really wide, big toes to touch, sit back, reach your arms out in front, and come into your wide-legged child's pose. So maybe notice that you've come down a lot deeper this time into your child's pose now that your hips, hamstrings and lower back are open. Deep breaths. And then inhale, press yourself up to tabletop. Come into your tabletop position, shoulders over wrist, knees underneath the hips. So we're going to move into pigeon. Slide your right knee behind your right wrist, reach back for your right foot and bring it forward. So your right shin is forward in front of you, and then walk your left leg back. So if you have a knee or hip injury, come down into lazy pigeon, so you're coming all the way over down onto the right side. If not, try and bring yourself up front and centre, so your hips are level. Now the more you bring this heel into centre, the less pressure on your knee and your hip. So parallel shin is quite challenging, so work back from there, bringing your heel in closer towards centre. So wherever you are, try and bring your hips and shoulders to the front, pressing your toenails into the mat to protect your knees. High onto your fingertips, inhale, look up, and then exhale, walk your hands out in front. So you're folded out over your leg. Now if you can't get your forehead to the mat, rest your forehead on fists. So we're going to hold for just 30 seconds. Again, allowing the body time to open. Supporting the pose and yourself by breathing deep. Engaging your toes into the mat. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, walking your hands back. Inhale, lift your chest, look up. And exhale, slide your right leg back. Shift forwards and backwards. Stretch out the right leg. And come back to your tabletop position once again. Just move the hips in one direction, head in the other. And we'll move on to the left side. So slide your left knee behind your left wrist. Bring your left shin and foot forward. And again, walk that right leg back. So gauge it yourself, how far into the centre do you need to bring that left heel, but make sure the left knee stays over to the left side. If you have any knee or hip injuries, just come down to the left side. You're still going to open the hip with the compression. Coming high onto your fingertips, inhale, look up, and exhale, walking your hands forward. So again, we're just going to hold for 30 seconds. Breathe. Keep your toes engaged. Keep squeezing your inner thighs together to keep yourself centered. Relax down into it. Spine nice and long. And then inhale, look forward. Exhale, walking your hands back. Inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, slide your left leg back. Shift forwards and backwards. And come back to tabletop. Swing your legs to the front. And lower yourself all the way down onto the mat. So place your feet onto the mat. Lower yourself all the way down. And draw your knees into your chest. Gently rock side to side. Lengthen your left leg out long. Hug your right knee into your chest. And then with your left hand on your right knee, draw your right knee and foot all the way over to the left. And reach your right arm out to the right, palm down, shoulder down, look over to your right hand. Right knee over to the left. Try and get your toes over and then soften your knee down. Breathe into the belly, into the lower back. So this is great for your lower back and really detoxifying for your torso and your organs as well. Get your digestive system moving in the right direction for the day. And then inhale, slowly bring your right knee back, squeezing your right knee into your chest, and exhale, release it out long. Just shake out the legs. Keeping your right leg where it is, slowly bring your left knee in. Hugging your left knee into your chest, and exhale, squeeze. Inhale in, exhale, squeeze. Last time, inhale in, exhale, squeeze. And then slowly bring your left knee over to the right. And reach your left arm out to the left, palm down, shoulder down, look towards the left. So breathe into the belly, into the twist. Take one more deep breath in and exhale, slowly bring it back in. Squeeze your knee back in and exhale, release your legs out for the final pose, Shavasana, relaxation. Whatever way is most comfortable, so you can lie with your feet wide as the mat for full corpse pose. You can come into bound angle, feet together, and allow your knees to just flap open to the side. Or if that's too uncomfortable, place your both feet on the mat and allow your knees to cave in. So whatever lying position that's most comfortable, find that. Back nice and flat, draw your shoulder blades together and flatten your back into the mat. Tuck your chin in slightly towards the chest and just rock your head left and right. And if you haven't already, gently close down your eyelids. And take a deep breath in through the nose, fill up the belly. And exhale. And just let go. Let all of your benefits of your practice to be absorbed into the body and the mind. And let this new openness continue out through the rest of your day. Allow yourself to breathe deep and to nourish your body and your mind. And as you continue to let go, you fall deeper into relaxation. Laying back into the support of the mat and the floor beneath you. And then as you slowly and gently begin to bring your awareness back into the room, back into your body. Start to slowly deepen your breath once again. Start to bring some slight movement into your fingers and your toes. Gently rotate your wrists and your ankles. And lengthen out your legs, reaching your arms back. Inhale, take a great big stretch. And as you exhale, draw your knees in towards your chest. Hug them in and slowly roll over to one side. And just lay here for a moment. And as you're ready, gently press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Bringing your hands together in front of your heart and gently bow your head to your hands. And we give thanks to ourselves, bodies and each other for taking part in this practice. Remember the intention that you set at the beginning of class to go with the flow. Bringing your thumbs up to your third eye. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale. Namaste. So thank you very much for coming out to practice with me this morning or whenever you're doing this. And also thank you so much for all of your donations as well. It really means a lot, and thank you for your continued support and all your lovely comments. So enjoy the rest of your day. Same time next week, 7:30 on Tuesday and 10 o'clock on Thursday morning for another hour-long session of yoga. So enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you very much.